Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pop Cult. I'm Avery.
And I'm Julia.
And Happy New Year. We're your hosts of this new year. First full year doing the pod.
Oh my goodness.
It's like crazy to think about, like, where we could be at the end of this year. Like, that's so fun to think about.
I don't know.
I mean, who's to say, really?
Who's to say? We could be anywhere.
I will say we ended off this year with another celeb interaction from Brittany Bateman of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She did comment on another one of our reels. Once again, we were not speaking very nicely of her.
Kind.
The thing is, though, no, I know, it makes me feel bad, but also it makes me think of when Andy Cohen said on Call Her Daddy that she was definitely the most fame-hungry housewife.
Well, then why isn't she following us?
I know. Give us a follow, Brittany, if you're listening to this. But I also think that the reason why I just think it's kind of more funny is because it's not like we're, like, everything that we're saying is, like, coming from an objective lens. Like, when we make fun of her for something like getting a trademark, like, everybody's making fun of her for getting it. You know, it's not like like...
She already went through it with the girls, so, like, hearing it from us is, like, no big deal, I guess.
100%. And also, I always say in our captions, and I at Bravo, and I tell them to give her snowflake. So there's that.
I don't understand how she doesn't have one.
I know. I mean, she just, like, I just think it's really strange, right? Because, like, her and Bronwyn came on the show in the same season. But
she's not holding a snowflake in the opening credits, or
yeah, like, she's a friend of. She's not like a full-time housewife.
Yeah, but is she holding nothing? Is her hand just like this?
She's not in it.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever noticed the fact that she's not in that.
Yeah, she's not in it. But, like, it's just so weird. I don't really know how they make these decisions because, like, her and Bronwyn came in on the same season, and Bronwyn was immediately a full-time housewife. But Brittany came in as a friend of. Maybe she just negotiates
better than Brittany does.
I mean, I think she probably does. I also think the fact that Bronwyn was already, like, extremely wealthy.
Because Brittany was, like, she's done a lot of contracts before because of her Broadway and, like, past, like, shows and stuff that she's been on. So, like, she knows those show contracts. But maybe reality TV is just different? I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to guess, I bet you this is what it is. They probably were like, we need to bring in someone new as a full-timer just in case, like, something happens this season and somebody wants to exit the show. Or maybe they thought someone was going to exit after this season. And then probably, it's like they always have the friend ofs, you know, it's like that woman Amy, that random Utah, quote, Utah socialite Amy. So weird.
But she's only in there for like an episode or two.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. She's kind of disappeared. Anywho, before, we can do Salt Lake City first, but before that, some housekeeping. We launched our new branding on Instagram.
Sick.
I think it's so cute, if I do say so myself as the person who did it.
I think it's amazing. I love it. I like how it's, like, I don't want to say simple, but it's just, like, clean.
Yeah, no, it is simple. That's kind of what I was going for. So I'm excited to see our grid change a little bit. And I also pinned a post. I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
I pinned our, like, what we do post.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
In case anyone comes to the profile, to the prof, and wants to see what we do, it's pinned. You're welcome. Also, we have a very exciting lineup of Fame Files episodes this month. On Thursday, we will be doing the Matt Lauer scandal, and this episode does, in fact, feature both of our mothers. We recorded it on New Year's Eve.
I'm so glad we did it on New Year's Eve, though, because I proceeded to get laryngitis for the next 4 days, so.
Yeah, Julia was really down bad, so I had the same thought, actually. I was like, thank God we did that on when you guys got there. And then we have some fun ones coming up for the next few weeks as well. And yeah, I think that's it. I do have to tell you something crazy that happened. Wow. So like on Saturday, I think it was, maybe Friday, I was just like scrolling on my phone and I came across Kathy from Below Deck, a post that she had made on Instagram that basically said, so she's going to be on Watch What Happens Live tonight. She was like, comment on this post and I'm going to pick somebody to come to Watch What Happens Live with me. Like, if you live in New York, like, comment on this post. And I was like, hell yeah. So I comment on the post. I'm like, this would be amazing. Love you. I want to go.
I would die.
She likes the comment and then doesn't pick me.
What?
I'm like, I'm pissed.
Wait, what if it had been you? I would have died.
No, literally, I would be going to watch What Happens Live tonight, for the record. And I'm not, because Kathy didn't pick me. I'm upset about it, because I really do love her a lot, and I would have loved to meet her. The only thing that was stressing me out is I was like, I don't really know what those celebs do after Watch What Happens Live. Like, do they go out? Because, like, I do have a job, so, like, I can't be doing that.
I don't think she would have invited you to go out post. I think she would have given you the ticket and said, have a nice night.
Yeah, you're probably right. But, like, I literally think she was, like, gonna bring me, like, backstage and stuff. Like, she was
Why
like,
wouldn't she
you
pick
can.
you?
I don't know. I'm, like, really upset about it. She was like, I really want to pick someone who, like, supports me. Most of you don't follow. I did follow her. I actually did. I wonder if this maybe has something to do with it, because I did have to follow her from my personal account, because I only follow her from the Pop Cult one. So maybe she saw that I, like, only. I know. Well, I thought about it, but then I was like, that's not a real person. She's gonna, like, definitely not pick me then. But yeah, so I was a little bit bummed about that. Should we? I take it back. Should we start with Below Deck?
Yeah.
Since I just brought that up.
Kathy had a rough episode.
I know. I feel so bad for her.
Horrible for her.
But also, she's so strong.
The fact that she's just like, I mean, I have to work.
She's like oh. She's literally like, life goes on, you know?
And I'm like,
I have a job to do.
I don't know. You could stay in bed for a few days. That's fine too.
Seriously. I mean, Captain Sandy really has had to do a lot of juggling of staff this season. So she's probably like, I'm so grateful to Kathy for not doing that. But I know she wouldn't have minded.
Oh my god. And then we have Nathan being a crybaby the entire episode. I was getting like a little bit fed up. I mean, I feel kind of bad, but also you have to think about the fact that he messed up the relationship in the first part. So that's why they're not currently together.
I'm kind of obsessed with Gail. Like, she is kind of a bad bitch. Like, she's so level-headed and, like, normal. You know what, though? I think that's part of the reason why I'm liking this show is because they're all very normal. Like, on Housewives, genuinely, all of them have, like, severe personality disorders. Below Deck, they're very normal people who just, like, are working their asses off to try and make it in this industry.
The only argument I have for that is Kizzy.
Oh, my God. Well, Kizzy is just a bad person. I mean, when Aisha said to her, when Kizzy asked Aisha what she should say to V, and Aisha goes, you should probably look at her and say, sorry, I'm a stupid bitch. No. Literally.
Like, that's exactly what she needs
to say. Speechless.
I was dead by that.
Like, and they do deserve to feel like shit. Genuinely, they're horrible people for doing that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I don't care if that's even dramatic. Know when V's birthday was. When she told him, I swear to God, we have to go back and watch the past episodes, but she was like, she kept saying how her boyfriend died, and then it was her birthday, like, immediately.
Yeah, so she said it multiple times.
Some might put 2 and 2 together, that her birthday is going to happen while she's away.
Correct. Some may be the smart people in the room, of which Joe is not one of them.
I'm just like, what?
No, and, like, I just cannot drive the point home enough, like, how diabolically they both behaved while V was literally gone for, like, one night.
He's like, her birthday's today?
I
like,
mean,
yeah.
It's like, Joe, why are we sitting here acting like you don't know why you're single and why you can never hold a relationship? Like, I really think it's actually very clear to all of us why this is the case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, genuinely. But also, okay, I'm interested to know what you think about this. I am not so sure how I feel about it being Aisha's. Like, I don't think that it was Aisha's place to tell Joe not to tell V until after dinner.
When she said it, I understood why she said it, but then as the night goes on and she's asking all of these questions and everyone's avoiding her and nobody's, like, really saying anything and they're all laughing awkwardly, I would feel really uncomfortable if that was, like, me, like, if I was V, so I don't know. I don't know when the best time would have been to do it, because I know that they want her to have, like, a good night. I don't know.
No, like, I understood it from the perspective of, like, it's her birthday. You don't want her. We want to celebrate her. We don't want her whole night to be ruined. But, like,
at what point is it embarrassing for her to go through this whole night and not know?
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I would actually be really hurt if, like, I mean, I would understand, but I also think, and I think V probably will understand too, because she seems like a very level-headed person. But I also would be kind of like thinking back, like, I feel like it's like in TV shows when a character stops and then all of a sudden all the memories start, like, rolling back in their head and they're like, wait, and it's like, skirt, and they're like, wait, the whole time at dinner when you guys got me my birthday cake, when you were singing?
I would think about that for the rest of my life.
I know.
So
yeah, like you mean like when we were putting flowers in the water? Also, the way Joe and Kizzy literally realizing that they're the
sobbing.
actual scum of the earth.
Joe's sobbing at this little memorial, and it's not for who it's for himself. Kathy's also sobbing because it means something entirely different. But everyone in this row is crying for some reason. But Joe is just like actually dry heave sobbing, which is first of all embarrassing. Second of all,
Pull it together.
it's for himself. What?
These are the consequences of our own actions, unfortunately.
You did this.
You did this, sir. And also, like, I don't understand, like, what he thought was going to happen. And, like, that's why I don't have any sympathy, because it's giving, like, Joe Bradley is giving the same level of sociopathy as Jax
Is that his
Taylor.
last name?
Yes.
So he's a two first namer. Yeah, that's weird.
He's a firsty lasty.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, both of his names could be first names.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's not a good thing to have.
It's a diabolical trait. Both him and Kizzy remind me of I know this will mean nothing to you, but for anyone who is a Vanderpump Rules fan, the two of them remind me of a young Jax Taylor and Kristen Doty. Like, because the lore behind that is that Jax was dating Stassi Schroeder and Kristen Doty was dating Tom Sandoval, and Tom was Jax's best friend and Kristen was Stassi's best friend, and then Kristen and Jax slept together.
Ew.
While they were, like, dating each other's best friends.
That's weird.
No, it was absolutely diabolical, insane, like arguably on the same level of unbelievable as Scandival.
Yeah.
It was just the fact that they were so much younger.
Funny, he was involved in both.
Right. And on this side, he actually was the one getting cheated on. So that is interesting, but it just is like reminiscent of that. But that Joe and Kizzy remind me of Kristen and Jax. Just like no moral compass. It's like they feel badly, but only because they got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they never would have told anyone.
It's so irritating. My favorite quote of this episode, though, was, "You're gonna shit in my shower and then leave me a shit tip. Thank you."
A $16,000 tip was insane.
Don't go on a boat if you can't tip well. I'm sorry.
Seriously. So what did you say? Like 20,000 is like probably
20 would be like a minimum. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
And I'm also just thinking about, like, I don't know if you saw, this is separate, but you saw Alex Earl and her whole thing with Tom Brady.
Yes.
On a yacht in St. Barth's or whatever.
Yeah.
I just, because Nina Dobrev and
there was a bunch of celebrities
Miles Teller,
there.
They were all on that same yacht together. And I'm just thinking about, like, what kind of tip did they leave? You know, like,
I know.
What, like, was it big, or are they, like, all shitty people?
I know.
I'm just curious. So if you were a crew on that yacht, let me know.
Yeah, we're calling out to you. They should have gone on Below Deck.
I never would have thought about that, like, not seeing Below Deck. Like, that's just, like, something I think about now. But also, it's a private yacht, so, like, maybe it's different. I don't know.
Yeah, they might have a staff.
Yeah.
Sorry, just side note, because you just brought that up. Something about Miles Teller's wife. She has dark energy to me. I don't know what it is.
Are her and Taylor not friends anymore?
I don't think so, but I don't know. There's something about the way that she, like, cozies up to other celebrity women when she herself is not a celebrity, but is just married to one, that makes me a little bit, like, I kind of think she's like a social climber.
Well, I'm trying to remember, because I know he's talked about how he met her, and I'm wondering if she was friends with a different celeb before she met him.
Yeah, she definitely might have been. I don't know. Something about her, these are completely unfounded claims. I have no evidence to back this up, but, like, I feel the same way about her that I feel about Dylan Efron.
I'm not a fan of Dylan Efron.
No, I'm so sick of his ass. I also heard that he bombed hosting The Voice with Ariana Madix a few weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't watch. I didn't even know he was doing a hosting situation.
Yeah, I only saw, like, one headline about it, so I don't know if that's just, like, his PR team working overtime, or, like,
Probably.
if it really wasn't that big of a deal, but probably both. Something that I also didn't think was as big of a deal as they were making it this episode was the conversation that they had about the family style versus plated meals with Josh and Captain Sandy, and Aisha said something about it.
Yeah, Aisha said something first, and then I guess she brought it up to Sandy. I don't know. I don't personally care, but I do think from a chef POV, it's easier to do family style, and so I think maybe they're seeing it as being a little bit of a lazy trait.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just not vibing with that part, but they don't want to say it like that.
Yeah, well, and it's like, I mean, the guests in every scene that they're eating, they're, like, raving about the food. So clearly
none of them have complained. But, you know, I feel like this would have definitely been scripted, but something they would have done if he doesn't change, they'll probably have like a guest complain about it in the next episode.
Oh, you're probably right, but I bet he will. I do see what he's saying though. Like they're
He's
traveling
like, they're
around
requesting
Spain.
meals that are meant for family style, and that's fine.
Exactly. And so when she was like, just don't even ask this time, I was like, okay, well, I mean, if they're requesting family style, I mean, I feel like we do family style all the time. Like,
yeah, I feel like that's how you like. I'm not eating a plated meal.
Yeah.
When I was living at home, like my meal isn't plated. I'm making it from.
Yeah.
I don't.
Like I actually prefer family style because I hate nothing more than when someone just sets down a dish in front of me and it's just like a slab of some type of meat. That's like my least favorite meal in the world.
Like I like to make my own portion size. I don't want to be judged for my portion size that I make.
What if I want seconds? Yes, yeah, so true.
Seconds also huge
That's
factor.
So true. I don't know how to segue us. We're at 10 minutes. This was a good episode though. I think we're, I would say we probably only have like 2 more episodes of this season left.
We're like nearing our end.
Let me ask you this. So like next season of Below Deck Med, will it be some of the same people? Or do they switch out the cast?
Most likely the cast will be different. Typically the Chief Stew stays, but with Aisha getting married, I'm not sure that she'll return.
Yeah, I've seen some predictions that this will be her last season, maybe.
So
or
like
maybe she'll do one more.
Typically the Chief Stew will stay. Maybe we'll get one of the same deckhands, but like it honestly depends on how well they perform, like season they're on.
Yeah.
Or if they come back. But
okay, well, that makes sense.
We'll get a few stayers, but we'll see. Especially since like Nathan has a baby, so I don't know if he's gonna come back.
True. That's so crazy. I will say the last thing I'll say about Below Deck is that it is crazy seeing Nathan and Gail's dynamic feeling so new.
Yeah.
When we know that they have a kid now.
They have a kid.
It's just so bizarre.
Well, I've just been like waiting for something to happen like on the boat. Because if she's leaving, then like when is it gonna happen?
Honestly, I bet you in the last episode they'll do like a 6 months later type thing.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of, should we talk about our second favorite group of staff?
Yeah.
Vanderpump Rules back this week. I honestly feel like not a ton happened this episode, but
no,
maybe
I felt like it was a lot of like segues to stuff that could happen. I don't know if that I'm explaining that well, but
yeah. No, yeah.
It felt like a setup episode.
It's setting up things.
Yeah. Venus ended his friendship with Marcus in like a really dramatic little talk outside of the restaurant. I thought that was interesting because I just felt like Marcus did not give a fuck and like Venus actually cared, and that was irking me a little bit.
Totally agree, and I'm gonna echo what I said about Joe and Kizzy. I actually think that Marcus's level of sociopathy and lack of feeling does level up to Jax Taylor as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And, like, he ended the conversation with patting him on the butt. Did you see
that?
Who
patted who on the butt?
Marcus, but it wasn't like full butt. It was like side.
That's
like
really
hip,
weird.
Hip, I don't know. He was like, okay, buddy, and then tapped him, and then laughed and went inside.
Oh wait, yeah, I think I did see that. I did think that it was a little weird that Venus had that conversation with him versus just kind of like.
I thought it could have
not
just
talking
out,
to him.
Yeah. I guess maybe he wanted closure, but I'm also like, this isn't a breakup. But
I think also just because like the previous and the original Vanderpump, like that happened all the time. Like people would just like get so annoyed with each other that they would just like stop being friends for like a season.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't really have a conversation like, I'm ending this friendship. They'd just be like, I fucking hate you and you're a bitch and I'm not speaking to you ever again.
Okay.
And that's what would happen. It didn't necessarily happen with the guys too much, I guess, is what I'm really trying to say. But we did see a lot more of Angelica this episode, though. I'm not really sure what her beef with Natalie is. She doesn't even know her.
That, but also, so we knew she was living with her ex, blah, blah, blah.
I forgot about that, actually.
First of all, why? Second of all, it's one thing to live with your ex, but then she goes on and explains how they're still sleeping in the same bed.
I didn't understand that. Why is she like, sometimes he sleeps in the other room and sometimes he does?
I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Like, that literally isn't like, what do you mean?
Then what do you mean? Like, it's like the Jennifer Lawrence meme from Hot Ones. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Literally. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That
what
was
do you mean?
me
With
when
tears
she said
in her
that.
eyes. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I do not see Natalie and Shane together. Sure. Natalie and Shane to me do not look like a good couple. I don't know why. They're both like extremely attractive.
I think Natalie just needs to be single for a little bit because I think she's a bit crazy.
100%.
But because she was the one in the first episode, right, with like the whole Pablo situation, so like maybe
Pablo, yeah,
maybe we just need to like chill.
I do think that maybe the Pablo situation has tainted my lens a little bit, and now I like can only see her dating somebody a little bit older. So maybe that's why I can't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about like, even just like, they both are very attractive, but even just like her and Shane just like don't look like they would be a couple to me.
I think it's also like him. I think you can always tell if a guy is actually into a girl, and he's just not. Like, I just don't think that he is. In
Interesting.
Any way.
You don't? I honestly
No.
don't know.
I don't get any like genuineness from any of the men except for Venus. So
For
I don't.
sure.
Yeah.
I hope Venus has a love interest soon.
Me too.
I will say, I did respect Natalie for trying to have another conversation with Kim, and I honestly understand why she's frustrated and why she was like outside crying with Audrey, because she's trying to talk to Kim to apologize. But Kim just like won't talk to her. She just keeps saying it's not a good time.
How much time was there between the pool party and this girls' night out? Because
There's
if there
no
was like
telling.
a couple of days in between, I'm not really understanding why they didn't have this conversation like way before this, when they knew that this girls' night out was happening and that they would have to see each other. Because that's what was making me a little bit irritated.
Well, either way, they would have had to have that conversation on
I know,
camera.
but like Kim was like, I don't want to do this here, like at this point. And I'm like, okay, so why didn't you talk prior? Or why didn't you tell Natalie prior that, hey, we're not going to do this here, we'll do this at like another time, so that she's prepared for that, and not preparing herself thinking she's going to have this conversation and then throw a fit when she doesn't get to have it.
That's actually a good point. I agree with you. It's interesting to me that they didn't have like a lunch or like go to one person's apartment or something and like talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's where I was getting confused, and I was like, Natalie, you need to calm down, because you guys could have met prior to this, and you should like.
But I actually would put that on Kim.
Well,
I think
either
like,
one, or even the producers, because maybe they
yeah.
blocked them from having a convo.
But the thing is, I think that it's Kim's fault actually, because if the producers wanted them to have this conversation, they either would have given them a call time prior to this to film that scene, or they would have expected them to do it at this girls' night, which is what usually would happen. That's
And
like
Kim
pretty
is just
standard.
being like not.
I think Kim wants to be on this show, but she doesn't want to play ball.
No, I agree.
And I think that she's gonna not do well on this show because of that. Also, like, just the fact that she just like lets Marcus continue to walk all over her, like, viewers are not gonna like watching somebody like that.
I mean, thank God we didn't really have to see them together this episode.
Seriously. But yeah, I'm disappointed in Kim's performance so far, both in her relationship and just like on the show as a reality TV star. Like, I don't really think, I was worried about that Angelica was going to be this way too, because she seems like very sweet and innocent and kind of like maybe doesn't want to be involved in the drama, but she kind of like seems like she and Natalie are about to have a little tiff this season. So
yeah,
I don't know. I just, something about Kim is a little bit off to me, and I think she needs to step up her game, because any other reality show character would have had that conversation with Natalie when Natalie asked her to.
I know, because they would be getting like bonus points kind of for like filming.
Well,
that.
I mean, it's like, it's your job.
Yeah.
Like, this argument was the entire storyline the last like 2-3 episodes. So you need to have the conversation. But yeah, that's kind of like where we see it end, right? Is it that girls' night?
What else happened? Didn't Audrey move into a new apartment or something?
Yes, she did. And Chris helped her.
I was so geeked by them wearing all overalls, but then doing no work. With like her and her two friends.
I was just gagged that like Chris is like literally on his hands and knees like doing whatever this woman wants. Like, it's just funny to me.
Picking up every single thing. Moving every single piece of furniture into her new little apartment.
I do like her. I think she's funny.
I like her too.
And
I also have to keep it,
self-aware.
she's very young too.
But she's more mature than Kim.
Yeah.
Kim, you need to step it up. At first, it was your boyfriend, and I still don't like his ass, but I don't like you either.
Yeah, but I'm holding out hope that they're gonna break up. So.
Me too. But like, seriously, she needs to step up her game.
Let's talk about a different couple that I'm hating.
Okay.
Secret Life of Mormon Wives. We have a little bit of a
It could be so many people.
We have a little bit of a regression here. Taylor and Dakota are having some fun, I guess we could say that. Because we're still at Stagecoach, well, end of Stagecoach, kind of. And, like, Taylor and Dakota are, like, very, like, cozy on this couch. Like, acting like a little couple, looking at photos of themselves. And I was like, what is this? Nasty,
repulsive. I'm telling you, I genuinely think they're gonna end up back together. I heard that he literally dropped her off at the airport to leave for the Bachelorette.
No.
Like, she's not beating the dumbass allegations, unfortunately.
No.
And
Although it does all come crashing to an end because he is honest with her and tells her about the whole dating mom's friend
this
situation.
is just so bizarre.
Bizarre.
I will say I'm giggling at the fact that in order to attempt to rebuild trust with Jesse, that Jordan broke trust with Dakota. That was like making me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, obviously he should have told Jesse, but like, I don't think it should have been, I'm telling Jesse because I need to rebuild trust with her. It's, I'm telling Jesse because what my friend did is absolutely diabolical.
Well, also, because like they're essentially kind of referring to it as cheating, and I was just like I was laughing a little bit during their conversation together because Jesse's like, I'm gonna give him 1 day to tell the truth about all of this. And I'm like, Jesse, you gave yourself like a whole year to not tell the truth.
She said it.
I don't know how long it actually was, but it was not like a couple of days.
Wait, I'm gagged. I'm gagged.
So I was
no,
like,
you're
I
right.
thought this whole conversation was entirely hypocritical.
Wait, you're totally right. I literally didn't even think about that. This is, I think, kind of what I've been saying from the very beginning, and I don't want this to come off as like, because I do like Jessie, but I kind of felt like she's been a little bit hypocritical this whole time. Like, I understand that her husband was verbally and emotionally abusive. I'm not minimizing that. But if we strip it down to what she did, she cheated on him.
Yeah, she did.
You cheated. Like, I'm not saying that there's no excuse for cheating, but like, maybe that is what I'm saying, because you always have I mean, there are of course exceptions to this. I'm not going to play the what if game, but like, you have the option to leave, you know? You have the option of divorce. So yeah, that's actually a really interesting point. It is a little bit hypocritical. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, and then we see Michaela and Jason couples therapy. Finally.
I feel very uncomfortable watching this. Do you feel that she really I personally feel that this is like extremely serious and she needs to handle this outside of a TV show.
I agree, but I can guarantee you that she is, and that's not her main therapist that's on the screen.
Yeah, I hope so. Feels like every now and then there are conversations in reality TV that just, it's like you feel uncomfortable it's like you feel like you shouldn't be there, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's just
that's how I feel about the two of them.
When her storyline is just like on my screen, everything else just like doesn't matter. Because her stuff is so intense, and I'm like, why are these people fighting about nothing when people are going through something like this?
Yes, it's beyond
I'm just like, nothing
tragic.
else matters. Nothing else matters.
No, literally, like, actually, I don't give a shit that Dakota cheated on Taylor with basically her aunt, and also, I don't give a shit that Jesse kissed Marciano.
No, because like nothing else matters in the grand scheme. Like, not when this is happening.
Actually, like, I actually am like, it's funny too, because I actually feel like I'm getting to the place where I'm liking Taylor less and less, and I think that it could be because of the inclusion of Miranda's storyline. Like, it feels like all the attention is always on Taylor, and like, it's always Taylor's having a hard time, and Taylor.
Oh, do you mean Michaela?
Yes, I'm sorry, I did say Miranda. I mean Michaela's storyline. It's always like Taylor's having a hard time. Taylor can't catch a break. It's this, that, and the other for Taylor. Michaela, her story is devastating. This is beyond tragic. Genuinely. Just with Michaela, it's like, I just almost feel uncomfortable watching her scene. And I think it's like good that she's open about her experience, but it's uncomfortable not because it makes me uncomfortable, but because I'm uncomfortable for her that everybody is like getting a lens into this, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think she's very brave to be so honest. I'm very proud of her that she's okay with talking about it on the screen. Because I'm sure she's helping a lot of people. Because every time you see her in a public setting, like they showed it at Stagecoach, they're talking about like, thank you for sharing your journey, like the fan that came up to her.
Something else that I thought was interesting was Macy's cousin, or I guess it's her husband's cousin.
It's her husband's cousin, yeah.
I cannot imagine being gay at BYU, but I can't imagine that that's an easy existence.
No, it can't be.
Also, Utah passing that law saying that you can't fly a pride flag. Like, how is that any of their business?
No, diabolical. That's
diabolical.
So absolutely ridiculous. I'm glad that they're like making a whole episode about it pretty much. I liked that.
Yeah. it was uplifting for sure.
Yeah.
It, you know, in comparison to some of the dark stuff that happened. I mean, we also see this,
Yeah.
a lot happened this episode. We see this huge conversation between Whitney and Demi.
Oh yes, because it messes up my brain. But they were filming the season 2 reunion while filming for season
so
3.
annoying.
So they did the season 2 reunion.
I hate that they
What's her
included
face?
that.
Whitney finds out a bunch of stuff about Demi, and she's now questioning things. But here's my thing. The only reason I think she's really questioning things is because her husband Connor is questioning things now.
Yeah. I just think it's
I don't know if you got that vibe.
No,
but
100%. I think she was definitely questioning things, but I think she was hesitant to say it until Connor said it.
Anyway, so she has a question with Demi, or oh my god, she has to sit down with Demi, which is what, like, honestly, not that I'm defending Demi, it's what all of the girls should have done to begin with.
Oh, that's a good point.
Talk to Demi.
I can agree with that.
Not that she would, like, tell them the truth or anything, but, like, none of, like, everything that, like, all of this stuff, there's no communication happening. But, like,
yeah,
Whitney's like, okay, I'm just gonna talk to Demi. So I was
right.
Like, okay.
Right, of course she's like, I'm just gonna go to the source. You guys are saying all these things. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Not, like, that's actually a really good point, and I actually think that if they did that all the time, they wouldn't have these unbelievable issues with one another. The problem is that the reason that they don't do that is because Jesse, Michaela, Layla, and Macy love a gang up. Nobody ever wants to speak about anything because they just know that they're gonna get ganged up on.
Yeah. Well, and I know that I just remember that Demi and Jesse literally had a conversation like last episode or two, but still.
Yeah,
it had been a long time before that happened.
I don't know how you feel about this, but I don't understand why Demi is so adamant as categorizing what happened to her as sexual assault. It's the way that she's like, I'm not backing down. I'm not changing my story, blah, blah, blah. That just feels so not genuine to me.
It doesn't.
I don't know. It's like, I know that this is controversial to say because, like, we're supposed to believe people when they say that something like this has happened to them. And generally, I would. But I just think it's like, it's so...
Well, Connor even
not
says that
normal
same
to act
thing.
the way that she's acting.
He says the same thing. He's like it feeling the same way. But Connor also brought up a great point of why would your husband, who knows all this stuff about, like, she shared the stuff with her husband, and then her husband is still like, I think we should DoorDash him some food.
I think we should let our daughter FaceTime him.
No, like, that's what?
It's bizarre. I literally thought the same thing. I literally wrote, Connor is the only level-headed person in this situation. He's so right about the kid thing. That is, like, truly the smoking gun here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That tells me that this is not as serious as she's making it seem.
Whitney and Jen are announced to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Because I believe they were told that in season 2 reunion, which was filmed this episode.
Which I don't like when they do that. I don't want to see the season 2 reunion in season 3. That makes zero sense. I'm not really sure who made that editing decision. Whoever you are, you need to be fired.
Talking about season 2 because when they met Lana Del Rey, they were like, just wait till you see season 2.
Crazy.
I was like, what?
We're
guys, so far behind.
Can we not have any discretion here? Like, Jesus.
Can we not have anything, like, relevant to 2025?
Can we please preserve the timeline? Christ's sake.
Pissing me off.
Seriously. And then we cameo from Ezra. That was so random. I really did not think that scene with Ezra.
Do you think he got paid for being on that? For being in this?
Probably not. No, I doubt it.
It was very random. I don't know if it was, like, meant to be a promo for Dancing with the Stars, but, like, this came out post Dancing with the Stars starting.
It's also, like, I don't know, I felt like Jen was trying to relate to Ezra's experience of being a gay man in the Mormon church, and I just feel like that was weird to me.
Unless
like,
you are a gay person in the Mormon church, you cannot relate to that.
Right, which she's obviously not, so that was strange to me. Also, Ezra wasn't her partner, so I thought it was weird that...
Maybe they filmed that with him possibly going to be her partner, but maybe something happened.
Maybe. I don't know. It was really odd. I could have done without that.
I agree.
I think they're kind of trying to give Jen more of a storyline. She's kind of been, like, on the back burner this season.
Yeah. Me too. Thought it was weird.
And then, you know, we close out the episode with Taylor on the phone with, I think it was her sister.
Yeah, her sister.
You know what stood out to me?
What happened?
What stood out to me was Taylor saying that she was going to cancel her press tour because of Dakota cheating. You're going to cancel your press tour because of his bum ass cheating again?
I feel like I know people like Taylor who just kind of, like, talk to talk. I don't really know. I think she just was saying those things to get him to tell her what he was like withholding from her.
Maybe.
Like a
Yeah, that's a
empty
good
threat
point.
kind of situation, because like you sign contracts and you get paid. I don't think you can cancel press tours.
No. She's just insane enough to try, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought, I'm like, Taylor, like, get over it. Like, you're a grown ass woman. You're in your 30s. You know this man's a cheater. He's a serial cheater. Let's stop being surprised. I understand she's surprised about who he chose to do it with this time, but
Yeah,
still.
that's messed up for real.
For real.
Oh.
Speaking of women who are making weirdo decisions with their men, Emma from Selling Sunset, here's my question. Why on earth would she tell Chriselle that they broke up if she knew that they were just inevitably going to get back together?
But they're not together.
They're not, but
Okay.
she literally says in the episode, I'm never saying never. Like, I'm never going to close the door on something. I'm a very forgiving person.
I think because she's embarrassed, but then I'm like, if you're embarrassed, then why would you say it?
Seriously.
Just on camera 4 seconds later, pretty much.
Like, girl, what are we doing?
And then Chelsea has a boyfriend.
Oh my god,
Hello?
yeah. Did she just not really say anything crazy about it, though?
No. Well, also, like, Emma said it, and I was like, oh my god, Emma, you literally just outed Chelsea. Like, and then they go to the confessional of Chelsea talking about it. So I'm like, maybe they just wanted a segue for it, and like, I don't know. It felt real, like, if that had happened and we were watching that, like, live, I feel like that would have been, like, a mistake.
I will say Chelsea did say in the previous episode when the Galentine's invite came that she had plans on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I thought that was just like a...
Like,
I don't
she
want to
made
go.
it up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, fair point. This was the season finale.
Yeah, and I, like, didn't realize that, and I felt like this wasn't finale worthy, to be honest.
I totally agree. It was, everything feels so unresolved.
Yeah.
And we also know that even if there is another season of this show, it takes them so long to put them out.
And, like, not a single one of the girls actually likes each other. So I'm like, let's just end it. Let's just stop it.
Rewatching the finale, I also think that Mary's not going to come back.
Mary,
kind of forgotten.
Both of them, yeah. I don't think so.
No, I agree. I even think maybe
Emma, if she's with Blake.
Emma, because now she like has no friends on the show.
Yeah, and she can't work if she's with that man.
Right, of course, girl. Which we'll see more about Emma not having her normal girl group when we cover the reunion.
Oh, okay.
One thing that I did want to call Chriselle out on was it was like Sandra telling, I think it was Bree and Mary, that Chriselle had told her that Bree was only nice on camera. Personally, I don't really think Bree is even nice on camera, so I don't really know why Chriselle would try and use that as ammo to get Sandra not to like Bree.
I didn't even take it like that. I had forgotten that even happened until Sandra brought it up.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think, well, it's just like known. It is. Also, like, I was so confused throughout the entire conversation where Sandra was like, do you have a problem with me? And Chriselle was like, do you know this person? I was so
confusing. This is what I'm saying. This show needs a serious gut and redo, because the way that they edit this show is so confusing. Like, what are you first of all, I didn't even really, before that conversation was brought up, I didn't even really think Chriselle was acting that weird towards Sandra.
No, I did not either. I thought that was like out of the blue. I thought they were making that up.
I think I just thought it was obvious to me that Chriselle was just doing the bare minimum in that scene because she knows she's not coming back, so she doesn't care anymore.
She's so done.
You know, like, I mean, I don't know, like, after the whole keying the car thing got brought up, like, Chriselle was definitely being cold towards Sandra.
Yeah,
but like,
before that, it was totally, I didn't see or like feel anything, and then Sandra's like, she wasn't making eye contact with me. She's showing you the house.
She's literally just showing you the house.
Like, maybe she doesn't want to fall over because she has to look back at you.
No,
sorry, she's not a tour guide at a college.
Seriously, I don't. And she's like, I've spent more time with the other girls than I have with you. She and Chriselle literally had a one-on-one lunch.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I'm pretty sure, even if she's spent more time with like a Bree or a Mary, she's definitely spent equal amounts of time with like Chriselle, Chelsea, Emma, you know?
Yeah. So, like, it's clear what side you're choosing. And that's fine, but, like, don't act like you're, like, trying to be friends with everybody then.
Totally. But I did think it was funny. I felt that Sandra's retelling of what happened at that house
was so dramatized.
So dramatic.
That was insane. I was like, you guys know that she's fucking lying right now, right? Because Chriselle, I felt, was very calm. Like, she might have not been happy, but she was not going insane.
This was Chriselle. Well, since you brought it up, like, I might as well just clear the air and tell
Let
you
me
what
grab
I
my
know.
phone and show you.
This was Sandra. Well, now that you bring it up, we might as well get into it then.
And she's like throwing her phone at her.
Literally.
Like, I was like, when they watch this on camera, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Literally. Chriselle's like, have you ever seen this person? Like, maybe you lived in the same apartment complex. And Sandra's like, have you ever seen this girl in your life? Do you know who this is? Tell me.
No, I literally wrote that because that was crazy. I
That
was
was
like, this is why none of you like each other, because none of you can ever tell the truth.
No, dead ass. You guys literally are all pathological liars. It's so crazy. That being said, I don't really I didn't really understand Mary's fit that she threw at the Galentines.
Oh my, no, that made me so mad. She's what, over 50?
She's probably 45-ish, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. Let me try this again.
Fair
She's
question.
What, 45?
I'm leaving that in.
Anyways, she's over the age of 18, meaning she hasn't been in high school in a long time.
She's definitely in her 40s.
Okay? And that reaction is only okay if you are in 9th grade and you're scared about your bully getting invited to this Valentine's party and see her name on a place card or on an invitation.
Like, also
crying about the fact that you see a name card. Like, God forbid Brie has another friend named Chelsea. Like, what if that was, like, the whole thing?
Oh my god, I'd be gagged. But also, she knows that Chelsea isn't coming.
Well, she knows, and, like, Brie would have told her. Brie would have been like, hey, Chelsea RSVP'd, yes, just so you know.
Chelsea and Brie hate each other. If you
like,
think
why
that,
would she go?
Chelsea's gonna come to a party that Brie's hosting, you're dead wrong.
Also, if you're that upset about it, that's ridiculous. You can't be in the same room with somebody. I'm not really thinking about, like, anyone in my personal life who I might not like that much. Like, there's no one that I just couldn't be in a room with, you know? Because, like, bottom line, like, I'm professional, you know?
Right. Well, also, that just makes me think that something else happened at that dinner, you know? Like, something worse than what we saw.
Yeah, but I don't understand why we wouldn't have been shown it. Like, what could have happened?
I have seen speculation online that's saying that Chelsea called Mary racist, and that's why Jason was like, cut the cameras, we're done filming, and that he forced the editors to leave it out of the edit.
Oh.
I don't know if this is true. Like, genuinely, I don't have a way to prove it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look into it more this week and we can talk about it next week. But I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think they talk about it at the reunion. Like, whether or not that's what happened. To me, that would be the forum.
This reaction is, like, beyond what anything, like, that we've seen on camera would warrant.
Yeah.
You know?
For the record, I also don't think Mary's racist.
No.
So
I don't think so either. But maybe she did something that we didn't see.
100%.
Yeah.
But if we're going based off the information that we have on the show, the reason that Mary and Chelsea don't like each other is Chelsea's fault.
Yeah.
Chelsea came for Mary that season that Jason made her office manager because she felt like Mary wasn't doing a good job.
Yeah.
And was, like, uncharacteristically mean to her about it.
It just felt very weird to me to, like, immediately cry over, like, it's just a girl. Like,
yeah,
she's just,
100%.
it's just a person.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, all that being said, like, Mary absolutely could have said something racist to Chelsea. We have no clue.
She could have, but then why are you crying?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's really strange. To me, Mary is so done with this show. Like,
and that's fair, but, like, having a mental breakdown over the fact that somebody might be coming to a party that you're at, just leave. I don't know.
100%. Yeah. It's really strange. We see this episode end, the freaking finale, the most underwhelming ending ever.
Literally.
We see it end with Chriselle, Emma, and Chelsea at lunch together, or dinner or something, whatever. I guess their Valentine's Day.
The way they shot that, it looked like they were literally walking into Bree's party, and I was like, no way, this is too good if they're going to this party right now. And they didn't. Yes. And that's the thing, like, because none of them can film together, that's what makes this show suck.
I know. Because they clearly weren't doing anything. Like, all of them were together. If that was actually filmed on Valentine's Day, clearly they all just lied and said that they couldn't come. Like, that's what, I agree with you. That's what makes this show suck, is that they literally can't be in the same room with each other anymore.
I was I got really excited watching that. I'm like, oh my god, they're going to the party. They're going to the party.
Totally.
And then they didn't. And it was boring.
I mean, Emma and Brie wearing the same outfit basically was
No, I was geeked
hilarious.
by that too. Because imagine if she was going to the party.
Right.
And they did have the same outfit on.
I
Like, this
did
is
think-
like, put me on the show. Because clearly, y'all don't know how to make good TV anymore.
Genuinely, we need to be working on this show because this show used to be my favorite reality show. It's so
Oh
so
my
good.
god, I like binge watched the first 5 seasons in like a day, I swear.
The problem is that you can only work with a cast where their only job is to fight for so long. Because eventually it will start hitting below the belt and there will be no coming back from it.
Yeah.
That's why the housewives rotate out so often, you know?
That's a fair point. It's probably why Below Deck does so well because they change cast.
Genuinely, I bet you're right. Honestly, I think that the threshold is 8 seasons. You can only have these people fighting and being catty with each other for 8 seasons until and usually they'll push you for 2 more seasons, but it's going to break down after maybe 10 seasons. The last thing I'll say is that I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was ironic how Chrishell's sitting here acting like she's all about the money and selling houses and she doesn't need drama because she's just going to be like a boss bitch, like a boss babe in her business. But she and Emma don't even speak anymore.
Bruh.
So,
yeah.
The irony of this show is just something to be admired, honestly. Speaking of irony, though, I did think that this conversation that the Salt Lake City women had at dinner was very interesting, where they're saying that Heather does the same thing for Britani that Lisa does for Meredith.
No, that made me angry.
I think the only reason Heather stands up for Britani is because she knows what everyone's saying is true.
Yeah. I also feel like no one else is going to stand up for Britani. And so Heather knows that, like, no one else is going to do that. And somebody needs to. Because she's just going to keep getting shit on.
I totally agree.
And maybe, I don't know, Lisa feels the same way about Meredith. I don't know. But I just feel like it's so different because Lisa and Meredith have been friends for so long that, like, Lisa will defend anything that Meredith does.
Mm-hmm.
But...
and vice versa.
I feel like that's where it's different with Heather and Britani. Where if Britani had done something, like, truly terrible, Heather would not be backing her up.
I actually agree with you. Also think that Meredith has such a longer standing relationship with these women that it's like, at this point, Meredith should be able to hold her own. She's a little newer to this.
And she still needs kind of like a little, like, it's like a big little situation in a sorority, okay? It's like that.
Okay. That's funny. That being said, though, Britani screaming and splashing in the spa, like, I can't defend that girl.
No, that was inappropriate. You're a little too old for that. You know what happened in the spa. Were they talking shit about you? Yes. Does that mean you can splash them with water? No.
Does that mean you should get into a pool and start screaming because it's cold, I'm guessing, is why she was screeching in the pool?
Oh my god. Because, you know, like, my pet peeve is, like, overly excited people. So...
for sure.
And that's the shit that they do. It's attention seeking.
Yes, absolutely.
Because they want all like, you can't just get into a pool and it can be, like, warm or cold or whatever, and, like, you can get over it. You have to get into a pool and act like it's, like, the biggest deal that's ever happened to you in this moment and scream.
Yes.
And it irritates me to no end.
It's kind of like the person who gets into a cold plunge and then is, like, shocked that it's cold, you know?
I'm like, I don't know. Just, like, breathe through your mouth. I don't know.
Yeah. And how did she end up bringing this back to her daughter? She's like, I'm upset because nobody asked me how I felt on Mother's Day. Britani, girl, we all know that you're just saying that because
I don't know how
got called out for being embarrassing.
But the whisper fighting was so funny.
So I heard somebody say it was like,
why did you get her hair wet?
Why did you
ASMR?
get her hair wet? Housewives ASMR. I saw that was so funny. Yeah, I don't know. It was just... I mean,
I do think, like, the response to it was a little dramatic, too. Like, I'm not gonna let the other side go, too, because your hair was barely wet, homegirl. She's get a blow dryer.
It's crunchy now. It's crunchy.
If your hair is crunchy, I don't know, break it. Whatever.
Literally.
Get a brush. I'm sure they have one. And they were kicked out of the spa. I was dead.
God, not the woman being like, you need to be quiet.
You
Spas don't mess around, though.
No, they don't. You're also, like, all these people are probably paying a shit ton of money to be there. I'm not gonna have it ruined by this, like, scream fighting happening.
100%. This episode was a little bit of, like, a Britani pile-on, I will say. Because we have...
like, one after the other. Like,
at the spa, And like, don't get me wrong, she brings it on herself. I reject the narrative that like she's just the little sister, because I actually think she's older than all of them.
I also think that they just, the regs, you know, the regulars, they just don't want to fight with each other anymore because they just want to be cool. So they just have to pick on Britani because they just like, they see her as like a weak link because she's made herself one. So
and
they just go after her.
she like, she's not a full-time housewife, so like there's very much a chance that like she wouldn't even like be back next season, you know.
Yeah, so like, whatever, this doesn't matter, like I can ruin her life.
Something that I did notice this episode that I thought was kind of funny, because I know that Heather's been rubbing a lot of people the wrong way this season. Nobody can silence Heather faster than Bronwyn.
Wait, what'd she say?
So I don't know if you remember this, but at the dinner, when Heather is standing up for Britani, she's like, Britani is not stupid. She's the most successful out of all of us. Of course, that sends all the women into a tizzy.
Oh my god. She didn't mean it like that, guys. Even I know that.
No, she definitely didn't. And then Bronwyn, I think Bronwyn is basically like, why would you say that, Heather? Why would you say she's more successful than us? And Heather, I mean, maybe that they just edited this together, but I'm not kidding. I wish the listener could see. Heather's face was literally like,
she's shocked.
Like, she just like literally does not know how to fire back at Bronwyn. And I do think it's because Bronwyn will go back at somebody in the most logical way out of anyone on that cast.
You also like, you have to know at this point you can't bring up, because essentially you saying that is saying that she's like has more money, and at least that's how all these women are gonna take it. And you cannot bring up something like that and expect nobody to say anything, because they're always going to fight over who has more money, because that's just what they do. So like, I don't think Heather meant for it to come like that, but they're all, you take that as successfulness,
right?
And for them, successfulness is money.
Success.
Yeah, successness.
Success. It's just success.
Successfulness.
No,
I think
it's just success.
Whatever. Like, for them to be successful.
Yes.
That is a word.
Successful, but successfulness is not a word.
I'm making it one.
Okay.
To prove my point.
That was funny.
To them, they have to have money to do that.
Yes. No, I totally agree with you. It's like, my caveat is that like, do we need to be comparing levels of success? No, we don't.
No.
But Bronwyn just looking at Heather and being like, Heather, why would you say that? Is just so real. She's like, that was just a stupid thing to say. I
think that's fair. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, I'm sad that it's the season finale next week. I'm gonna miss our Salt Lake City girls.
I feel like it's been really short. Are they normally this short? Or have we just been watching it for a long time?
No, I mean, this is a normal length of season, because then there will probably be a 3-part reunion. So it'll be, this was like episode
Why
15?
3 parts?
I know, they always do that. It's always so unsatisfying too. This is episode 15, so the finale will be 16. Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Okay.
I know.
Sad. We didn't even talk about the lunch. The lunch with what's her face, and
Mary, Whitney, and Bronwyn.
Yes, those 3. Where all they do is just talk about Meredith, which, like, same. I probably just like sit at a lunch and talk about somebody else too, like, fair. But like, Mary's like literally like crying over it.
I know.
And I'm like, so I feel like there's really something going on here if Mary's gonna cry.
It did make me wonder if Mary was kind of like maybe something was going on with Robert Jr. and that's why Mary was crying.
Yeah,
it wasn't actually like she was kind of projecting. But I mean, I do think that Meredith has a substance problem. So
yeah. Well, I think both Mary and, oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Redhead. Meredith.
Whitney.
Don't ask me.
Not an OG.
Sorry. Mary and Whitney are both coming from very different places with this because of their families. So it like hits with them a little bit harder. So they're just like, they see the signs way better than anybody else would.
So true. That's a great point. Yeah, I think it's like, because for me it's like, that's a pretty undeniable experience. Like, when you know somebody who truly has like real addiction, it's very obvious when someone, like, they can tell very easily when someone else has an addiction problem.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, here's the thing. All the women on this show are bizarre. Their behavior erratic at times. Absolutely.
Well, that's why they're on the show.
Their decisions unbelievable at times. Meredith's behavior is like bizarre, does not even begin to cover it.
It's so like hot, cold, touch and go. And
it is truly so jarring.
Yeah. It really will just give you some whiplash.
And it's always uncalled for, I think, is the thing that is the really real issue here. Like, it would make sense. Like, no, there's no instance that would even make sense for her to be acting the way that she does, you know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And also, so then we see that part of it, but then we also see Bronwyn say that since January, she's been hiding the fact that she and Todd saw Seth at a business meeting in New York with a woman.
Yeah. I was confused by what she was insinuating, because if she says it's a business meeting, then like, why does it matter? But like, she's insinuating that it's not a business meeting.
I think she brought it up because she says in there, like, my first assumption was not that this was anything other than a business meeting, but then when they were on the yacht, Brittany brought up that Seth might be cheating on
Okay, so
Meredith.
then she thought something. Okay.
Yeah. So, but also, and like, my thing is, like, I know for a fact, I've seen it. I don't remember the exact thing that she said, but Meredith has, like, spoken out on this. Like, she did say.
I feel like I saw, like, a tweet or something about this.
She did say something along the lines of, the funny part is that it actually was a business meeting and there wasn't even women there, or something like that.
Okay, but like, she wouldn't make up that there was a woman there.
My thing is, why would Bronwyn lie about this?
Yeah, that doesn't make
just
any
to bring
sense.
it up at the end of the season? No. This
That's
makes
weird.
no sense.
Sketch.
And also, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Bronwyn has lied about things. We all know she's lied about the necklace. She lied about her and Todd's marriage, whatever. But I guess I just don't understand why she would lie about this. Every other time that she's lied, it's been about herself.
I don't think that she lied. But we're missing the best part of the episode that made me laugh so hard, is the waiter kicking them out of the restaurant. And Angie goes, "We'll leave in 5." And then they're like, "No, Angie, like, no. They're asking us to leave now." And like, no, Angie's literally. Like, "Never in my life have I been asked to leave a restaurant."
A Greek restaurant, like, for that matter.
Okay. You're being kicked out, like, go.
It was, yeah, that was really embarrassing how she's like, "We'll leave in 5 minutes." Like, girl.
No, that's not how that works, actually.
There also have been rumors that Meredith is not being asked back for next season, that she's being benched.
Good riddance, honestly. I'm like literally done with her.
I don't
want to see her face again.
I know. I hope that this is addressed at the reunion. I also know for a fact that Bronwyn's separation from Todd is going to be addressed at the reunion, so I can't wait. But I'm curious to see if there will be anything in the finale about that.
So for this, because I've never watched a season live before of Salt Lake, the reunion has already been filmed or not yet?
Yeah, they filmed it. I think they probably filmed it about halfway through the season.
Okay. So a lot better than what Mormon Wives does. Pissing me off.
Yes, for sure. This was a little bit of a short week, but next week I'm really excited because on Friday the Traitors premieres. So we're going to be covering the Traitors starting on Friday, because we also will have just like a few shows ending soon.
I'm already missing the Kardashians.
I know. I miss them too.
Yeah, but we still have like 5 more weeks of Salt Lake City then. Well, 4.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
It's a 3-parter reunion.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, so, but like by probably the end of January, we will only have...
We're going to be in like a rut.
We really will only have like 2 shows. If anyone has any requests of shows that they want us to cover, please let us know. We're going to be tapering off a lot of them.
We're going to be in need of a show.
Yes, and also, but I think because of that, we might bring back some of our discussion about pop culture events that happened throughout the week, like we used to do before we were like, these episodes are way too long. So yeah.
Before we were told our episodes were way too long.
Yes, of course.
Before we were brought down.
I'm
just kidding.
Before we were kicked while we were down, for sure. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Just kidding. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we will see you on Thursday for our fan
I have
files.
one more thing to say. I'm so sorry. In Selling Sunset, did you notice the freaking Erewhon commercial at the beginning of the episode?
No. Wait, were they in an Erewhon? Is that where they were?
No, they open a fridge at a house showing, and it's just a line of Erewhon smoothies.
Oh my god, yes. Wait, I'm actually dying to try the Erewhon smoothies, though. Not even gonna plug. Not even gonna front.
I was like, what is the point of this? Because a normal human cannot regularly afford an Erewhon smoothie. So why do they need to plug themselves?
Also, why would you order smoothies in bulk, you know? Like, that doesn't make sense either. Like, A smoothie is not good leftover.
I was like so weirded out by that.
That is
and
so
confused.
funny. I'm so glad you brought that up. That's hilarious.
I just saw that in my notes as I'm like closing out. And
I went to this really expensive grocery store in the city yesterday, and it was like, I think it's like trying to kind of be like an Erewhon vibe, but it just like it's not hitting the mark.
Ew.
Yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, listen on Thursday for Matt Lauer, Today Show Scandal, Fame Files, and we'll be back with Reality Digest next Tuesday, of course.
Exciting. I'm really excited about Matt Lauer.
Me too. And some of the ones
well, not about Matt Lauer as a person, about the episode.
Yeah. He's boo-boo-full at this point. But anyways, toodles!
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos.
The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.